Blessings to you all. I'm Lex, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my IGTV, YouTube channel, wherever you may be witnessing this. I'm in gratitude for a beautiful day. I'm in gratitude to be able to connect. I'm in gratitude to be able to be myself sovereignly, as free as possible. Although we know what's going on outside, I tend to stray away from that, but you all know my stance. If you have not made a stance and you're on the fence about what's happening, you best pick a side, because at the end of the day, it's either we're all free or none of us are free. Okay? That's just my little bit of an intro. Otherwise, today is a special day for me. It's a special month. It is the month of October. Today is the 8th of October. And what's happening this month is mental health awareness. Okay? Mental health is a very dear thing to me. All right? Mental health awareness, there's a lot of bullshit surrounding it, to be honest. And with the rise of this pandemic, okay, it has given more time for people to spend time, and most of us spending time are not correct up there, okay? So first and foremost, I'm going to ask myself a few questions and then answer them as well, in order to give y'all pretty much an overview of what the message is and what solutions there are thereof, okay? To kick us off, what is mental health from my perspective? Okay, mental health, in my perspective, would be the energy of thought, energy of thinking, energy of assimilating ideas within the mind, not the brain, because the brain controls the physical aspects, it's the physical motors, okay? And then the mind is what ties us to the spiritual realm. This is where we play. Most of us who are awakened, those of us who want to awaken, and those of us that know that this world is energy, vibration, and frequency first. Okay? And it's not just Tesla who said it and brought things out to support such. It's becoming more and more available, more and more. I don't want to utilize the spell obvious, because once again, a lot of obvious things are being missed by so many, okay? What does mental health mean to me? Mental health for me is in conjunction with how my codes, my keys, my beings work, and that is body, vessel, mind, spirit, okay? And that is connecting all three. That is to allow you to begin to invite things like homeostasis, things such as balance, things such as healing. This can be through all of those modalities. However, the reason that the mind is super important is because the mind is what actually creates the physical manifestations, first with the energy, okay? And if your mind is not right, you already know what that can lead to. You feel me? My battle with mental health began at a young age, okay? I started battling with higher level anxiety, okay? Because perfectionist, because semi-pro soccer, football, all right? And I've always been a competitor. I've always competed against others, you know, mainly those older than me. And so even when it came to the classroom at certain aspects, certain subjects, drama, for example, history, biology, which ties into what I'm doing right now, you know what I mean? And in that there, I found that I was burning myself out, because I was always telling myself that I should show up, I should not rest, overachieving, not listening to myself, my inner guidance. I also was a victim, which is, this is all me, right? This is all me. Although there were things in childhood, maybe traumas, etc., etc. But this is strictly me. This is the first onset of anxiety that I felt, that I dealt with. And what it did for me was it showed me that I was able to get injured if you don't listen. I was able to not be able to show up as my best self if you do not give yourself rest. If you always trying to people please, which is another thing I picked up, okay? I will also say that that's a generational sort of DNA, embedded within the DNA type of issue, problem, okay? And these are things which I've gone through myself throughout my healing. My journey is everywhere. If y'all would like to follow that, check it out, please do. And also leave comments, share, and let's talk. The aim of this, once again, before I carry on, is for us to bring awareness to the fact that this faculty up here, the mind, not the brain, the mind, is super powerful. And in this age of Aquarius we're moved into and slipping into deeper and deeper, thoughts, negative, positive, no matter what they are, manifest into reality quickly. A lot of you are picking that up, okay? Once again, I have these teachings, I have beans, I have tools with which you can then go and grow your beanstalk, Jack. There's tools which you can then clean, alter, go back and remove and add what it is that means the world to you, in terms of intention, in terms of your highest self. What are you doing here? What are we doing here? Okay? And so the mind for me, within the mind, the vessel, mind, spirit, trinity, we get there throughout my healing, okay? My healing modalities. And so the next question is, how do we break the stigma? First and foremost, speaking from my side of life and my experiences, because then I'm able to most likely help someone else, perhaps in my older position, old timelines, past, whatever the case may be. Or you're just looking for assistance in order to not get there. Whatever come what may, I see that there's a lot of stigma around mental health when it comes to black people in Africa, not just South Africa. It's seen as just something on the surface. Maybe that person is just sick. Maybe agility drugs, or they're taking drugs, they're drinking too much, whatever the case may be. But those are now secondary actions. The body is now trying to numb already what's there. Okay, you go to what you think you know. I mean, even boys, boys to men, the whole shindig. That ties in with my toxic masculinity podcast. And a lot of these traits which are toxic stem from the mind not being right. Granted, some men that I've come across that you'll hopefully meet when you guys go through my podcast as it restarts, is that a lot of men who have these issues mentally grew up with no father. They grew up with not just no father, maybe it was an absent father. And in that there may be just one parent, maybe just the feminine, maybe just the masculine and the feminine wasn't there, and then there's something missing. How to treat a woman, or small subtle things which I've picked up. Once again, I can outline these for you if you want to get into it. If those of you who love healing, I am available. I do have free sessions, okay? And I wanted to save this for the end of the video, but I feel like those of you watching this and thinking, because this is what went through my mind as a young black man, as who do I speak to? If I speak to anybody, I'm now doing I'm doing time for expressing myself. You feel me? And this is where a lot of the black boys lose their ways, because as soon as they express themselves, and remember, boys aren't supposed to cry. Shh, hey, cut it off. No. Not now, later. You can cry later. Real men don't cry. All of these bogus, absolutely crazy, Gestapo type Marxist rule on an emotion is absolutely wild, because this will bring you, you and myself, into how you heal and how you begin to move through it. Because once again, energy does not stand still. What we are doing with the energy when it comes in, however it come in, limiting belief, childhood trauma, could be a breakup, it could be physical trauma, anything which leaves a mental scar of a memory, Okay, that's energy right there. This energy pocket, okay, it's there, and with all of these numbing techniques plus alcohol and years of whatever the case may be, it gets buried. Gets buried for X amount of time, but it does come out when you act out because you have nowhere else to go. Okay? And it's okay, my loves. I'm telling you right now, it's really okay. All right? Once again, I've been there. This is part of my experiences. Okay? And it's made me a stronger man. It's made me the character that I was looking for when there was no one there. Okay? It's some powerful shit. And right now is the month where we have to break this stigma. This could be your cousin, brothers, sisters, any one of your family members at any given moment. The more ignorant you are, the more you're actually being open to that karma or that lesson. Okay? These are not my laws. These are laws of energy and also laws of the universe. Right? Once again, I do have these sort of teachings. I have these healings. Check out my links. Hit me a message. Hit us a message if my team gets back to you. If I don't, I have Telegram groups, Facebook groups where you don't have to be alone. You can have conversations. First and foremost, if you need higher healing, if you require this, whatever it is, then you receive the tools and then you can go off and be a sovereign being. Does that make sense for you? All right, you feel me? Right? Okay, it's all about the heart space. You got to come from the heart space with this. You cannot judge. You treat yourself like that child that never got the blessings, the nurturing, the self-love, the perhaps no ear, whatever the case may be. But I am that now for those who are looking for it, especially the men, all right? Once again, you do not have to wear a dress, you do not have to be a certain type of sexual orientation to deal with your feelings. A real man handles his emotions. A real man knows how to balance himself, thereby balancing his emotions. Or it's the emotions first. Once you get into the healing, everything is just a perfect balance in harmony, in nature, with nature. Okay? And once again, before I keep y'all too long, my methods of self-healing, some of the tools I've been using is, as you know, fasting. I do have my 72-hour water-only full moon fast. I do have a 36-hour water-only full moon fast for those who just want to get started, get kicked off. I also do have a 12-day liquids-only homeostasis fast, which I just completed in August. It was beautiful. And you know, a lot of healing happens when you allow yourself. You get out of your own way, okay? And you give yourself the time and the space within space to create space for abundance, blessings, gratitude, more creativity, co-creation, living in the present mzuzu. That is the now moment in Swahili, okay? Then it goes on to breath work. It goes on to African soil qigong, secondary light energy. Once you fast naturally, and you fast correctly, and you cleanse correctly, the guts, okay? I do have expert cleaning, colon cleansing sort of methods. These are not advertised because they're really extreme. Once again, there's different spectrums and there's also different layers and levels. It's all up to you, beloved. You have to ask yourself, and there's only truth when you decide what truth is, all right? And you should ask yourself, as crazier the questions are, that is more likely where the answers lay, okay? We now come on to purified, magnetically charged with crystals. This is monotomically rearranged elements within the water, which mineralizes it more in order for easy absorption of the minerals through the vessel, okay? Sunlight, nature, meditation. These are all bending the elements. You have a liquidarian, which I am first, breatharian, which I am second, and then you have a pyrarian, firebender, or you could call it a solarian, someone who utilizes solar energy. It's all up to you. Once again, these are brand new terms, brand new to maybe my lips, to your ears, or your cognizance, your consciousness. However, do the research. If you know where to look, you will find a lot of these. I'll be having a lot of these beings at my retreats, a lot of these beings through my podcasts, a lot of these things. Stand by for news on my eco village / retreats, sanctuary, Keystar Sanctuary, Be Liquid Water, where y'all can actually purchase this water. I'll be shipping worldwide. The Lex's Healing Herbs is also a beautiful platform where I'm able to then bring out my tinctures, teas, and all of these beautiful minerals and herbs and roots from all over the world, okay? But mainly those that allow you to help yourself. And once again, let me not say that, because I'm not trying to fight with any pharmaceutical companies or anything. They do what they do. Once again, here it's a holistic method of healing. Okay, so that's vessel, mind, spirit. All right? And then just in closing, how do I heal my clients? No matter what ailments, no matter what disease, whether that is, if you want the testimonials, you're going to have to send me a message, and then I'm able to share with you, provided that the third party is happy with that. Cancers, diabetes, gout, there's so many. Sexual diseases, there's things which I'm able to do by giving you the tools safely for you to then explore. And there's groups and there's places where you're able to speak to those and befriend them and actually find out what their journey was personally. Not everybody will be turning into a spiritual guru. Not everybody will be becoming mentally, this or whatever the case may be. Everybody is looking for one thing. We're all looking for healing. Okay, and that healing is seemingly becoming more and more apparent within the mind space. Okay? The numbers of clients I've been getting who just throughout COVID have developed mental illnesses, okay, is astounding. Nobody's talking about this. All right, so this first and foremost is just for awareness. I also do have the tools, okay? Not to sound so promo-ish, but once again, I'm assisting not just myself, I'm assisting beings worldwide. And once again, you have to partake. You have to be ready and willing to put in the work for yourself to be the best version of thyself. It's a no-brainer. But once again, I can tell you this, you'll never touch a pharmaceutical, you'll never touch anything synthetic again, or for the rest of your perceived life, okay, unless you choose to, but then that's your own karma, right? Okay, so I wrote this little pyramid here for y'all to just look at this while I'm going through it. So basically, spirit, mind, body, or vessel, right? This is how the energy comes in. 3, okay? Thought form, thinking, trauma, a limiting belief, some bullshit that you were taught and doesn't even count. You just, whatever the case may be, that all comes in from the top. Boom, boom, woo. Okay? Whether you physically thinking this thing, whether you doing, whatever it is, it comes in from the top, right? From the top, okay, stay with me. It comes into the mind. So you assimilate it, and then it becomes a way you think. It becomes ingrained within you. It becomes a belief. It becomes a way you move. So, no, I don't eat pork because in my Islam faith, they say that the pork is dirty, etc., 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 etc. You don't even dive into why. That is just a limiting belief. Straight up, you did no research for self. You left it there, right? That's an example. And then once that stays rigid, it has a corresponding place in the body where, aka meridian, where it resides. You feel that? Now, dis-ease over here is already set in, or it's setting in, right? If you look at what I do here, I reverse this triangle, similar to a pyramid scheme. Let me not talk too much because I'm not trying to get, censored or anything any more than I am, right? Right. We now focus on the vessel. Where are you feeling these aches? Where is this coming out of? Where? But I'm able to energy read first, okay? And then see based on your energy, because I'm able to also read chakras, all right? And assimilate where it is you have a problem. Then from there, we now associate that with the traumas, the limiting beliefs, whatever it is that made you stuck in energy that way, okay? So we're liberating ourselves from in, out, vessel, mind, and then inviting your higher self into yourself for harmony, balance, maybe fifth dimension and higher sort of powers, gifts, metaphysical gifts, okay? And we take it from there. So that's just in a nutshell how I heal my clients, how I've been healing my clients, and how I'll continue to do so, because it is all natural and it works. And the only time they come back is not for repeat prescription, but they come back for how you going, how's this, when can we meet, how can I support, what can we create, because now you have abundance within you. Remember, without your health, you cannot do anything. Everybody's saying, oh, but I have to do this first, I have to do this. Remember that when you get ill, as soon as you catch that and you're bedridden, all of those other things become a zero, they become a fat zero. So you just got to discern this for yourself, beloved. It's not rocket science, okay? But I'm here for support. It is Mental Health Month, Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of October. Mental Health Awareness Day is the 10th of October, 2021 this year. I believe I'm going to be doing this for a few years, just doing more and more campaigns, because I'll be building resources to assist, especially the young black boys, Africans, the boys to men. It doesn't matter where you are. This ties into my toxic masculinity. So it's right down my alley, okay? And I'm excited. For those of you who are man enough to admit that you're not man enough to do anything about it, I'm the man to speak to. I'm the man to allow you to be yourself. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with one of these quotes from Dr. Bruce Lipton about epigenetics, which I'm studying alongside genetics and biology. Epigenetics says that once you change the internal environment, the internal environmental conditions, that is, you automatically shift your energy and momentum of your external environmental conditions. In layman's terms, you don't medicate the fish in the fishbowl, you clean the tank, and the rest follows. I'm Lex Stays Liquid. Thank you for joining me. And please, remain blessed.